Welcome to my presentation. In this presentation, we shall see examples using the quotient rule. Let us take an example here. In this example, if y is equal to square root of x divided by 1 minus x, we want to find the derivative of this function with respect to x, dy by dx. So the way to solve this one is as follows. Step number 1. We're going to use the quotient rule, and the quotient rule is telling us that we're going to take the denominator function, which is 1 minus x d by dx, of the numerator function, which is square root of x, minus take the numerator function square root of x, then d by dx of the denominator function 1 minus x, this whole thing divided by 1 minus x, this whole thing raised to the power of 2. So we're going to simplify this some more. In step number 2, we're going to differentiate the second part of the numerator function, 1 minus x d by dx of x to the power of 2. So I can write square root of x as x to the power of half, like that, and therefore the derivative d by dx of x to the power of half is going to be 1 half x to the power of half minus 1. So that's the way I can write it, minus square root of x d by dx of 1, which will be 0, d by dx of minus x is going to be equal to minus 1, like that. Then in the denominator we can write this one as 1 minus x, this whole thing is raised to the power of 2. So now we can simplify this some more. We can write this as 1 minus x, the numerator part, times 1 half times x to the power of minus 1 half, like that, minus square root of x times negative 1 is going to be equal to positive square root of x, like that. This whole thing is divided by 1 minus x, the whole thing raised to the power of 2. Okay, then we can simplify this some more as follows. So we can write the left part, the first part of it as 1 minus x times 1 divided by 2 times x to the power of half, like that, plus square root of x divided by 1, this whole thing divided by 1 minus x, this whole thing is raised to the power of 2. I can write this as, so I can simplify this some more as 1 minus x divided by 2 square root of x. I can write x to the power of half as square root of x, like that, plus square root of x divided by 1, this whole thing divided by 1 minus x, the whole raised to the power of 2. So if I were to take a common denominator for the numerator part, it is going to be 2 square root of x, like that, and then 1 minus x plus 2 square root of x, times square root of x, like that, this whole thing divided by 1 minus x, this whole thing raised to the power of 2. So we can simplify this some more and then write it out as follows. Let me write it like this: 1 minus x plus 2 square root of x times square root of x. Square root of x times square root of x is x. Therefore, I can write this as plus 2x divided by 2 square root of x divided by 1 minus x, this whole thing raised to the power of 2. So therefore, when I simplify this, I can write it as 1 minus x plus 2x is going to be equal to plus x, like that, divided by 2 square root of x times 1 minus x, this whole thing raised to the power of 2. So this is our answer. This is where we want to leave it. So therefore, if we had a function y is equal to square root of x divided by 1 minus x, the derivative of that function is equal to dy by dx of that given function was equal to 1 plus x, this whole thing divided by 2 square root of x times 1 minus x, this whole thing raised to the power of 2. So this is our answer. This is where we want to leave it. This is where we want to leave it. In my next presentation, we shall see more examples using the quotient rule.